Part 1. Chapter 1. By the time the sun had set on Thursday, there were 7 corpses in 4 of the city's ragged collection of restaurants, cafes, tea shops, bakeries, and illegal lunch stands. 4 eateries, 7 bodies. It goes without saying that couldn't be good for business. The mayor would be calling, probably after one of his big dinner parties. The police had quietly sent me the guest list. They weren't supposed to, but they knew I was interested in seeing who kept company with the mayor. None of the names on the list rang bells. The sketchy details on the events at the 4 restaurants were laid out in the field reports appearing on my desk late that evening. As a matter of standard procedure, we didn't deal with local murders. Wife conks husband on head, drunk knifes companion over who gets the next turn at the bottle, burglar panics on being discovered and strangles renter. As the local office of Ministry of State Security, we routinely got copies of the police reports. On rare occasions, one of these incidents had some link to our concerns. Mostly the reports were filed without a second glance. These particular reports did not give me a warm feeling. Initial observations by the local police were often a problem. This time, to make things worse, in the upper right-hand corner of a couple of the reports, there were notations indicating that they had been copied, unedited, to the Ministry of State Security in Beijing. Nothing is supposed to go to Beijing right away. Raw reports especially should never go to my headquarters in Beijing. The higher-ups don't know how to read them. Whatever the original problem, it is always compounded by distant superiors who think they understand local events on the basis of barely accurate, and even more likely, completely mistaken first reports. I made a mental note to complain to the local police chief. There were 4 field reports, 1 for each incident. I read them quickly, and then again more carefully to make sure I hadn't missed anything remotely important. Working-class neighborhood near edge of town, 3 elderly males at adjoining tables slumped over bowls of noodles, 2 daily specials and 1 of the new Vietnamese style considered trendy. No one else on premises when patrol showed up. Owner of the noodle shop, identified as Uyghur with a limp and wisp of a mustache by cashier who appeared out of nowhere a few minutes later, has disappeared. Field comment, no further information. 1 otherwise, apparently, healthy middle-aged male, well-dressed, no tattoos or scars, leaning back in red leather banquette of upscale restaurant in Yanji's finest hotel, never having gotten past appetizer from the looks of it. Maybe autopsy? Chef in custody, but not talking. Field comment, still working him over. Couple of hookers taking a break before work found dead as doornails behind back alley dim sum joint. Best guess, judging from scene, sharing steamed buns and red tea. Shop claims it didn't make dim sum on site. Buys off truck every other day. Manager insists they don't have phone number of supplier and, surprise, surprise, none of staff can remember anything, even color of truck. Field comment, asking around. 1 tourist, blonde, female, discovered on washroom floor of new Mongolian tea room across from train station. When turned over, funny look on face. Passport nowhere to be found. No Yanji hotel has record of anyone with her description checking in. Smaller inns still being canvassed. Field comment, this may take a while. I looked at my watch. The mayor would be calling soon, but even before that, the first message from Beijing would arrive. Something along the lines of, from time to time, someone dies in a restaurant, but 7 in one night? I contemplated eating at home for a few months. The idea survived a nanosecond until it ran into the realization that would mean spending evenings with Uncle O,